Welcome back to the channel. $44 million hidden in a single 1977 dime. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that looks completely ordinary, a simple 1977 dime with no mint mark, and realizing it could be worth $44 million today, a sum that could buy mansions, luxury cars, fund businesses, or change lives forever. And this isn't some exaggerated story or fantasy. It is one of the most shocking and unbelievable realities in the history of American coins. A coin that seems so small and insignificant in your pocket or change jar yet holds a fortune beyond imagination. And the story behind this dime is even more fascinating because it all started with a simple mistake at the U.S. Mint, where due to an oversight a batch of dimes from 1977 left the mint without the usual mint mark, something that most people wouldn't notice or even care about at the time. But for collectors and investors, this tiny anomaly made all the difference, because in the world of numismatics, rarity, errors, and anomalies determine true value, and the missing mint mark turned a common 10-cent coin into one of the most sought-after and valuable coins in existence. Unlike the millions of ordinary dimes produced in Philadelphia or Denver that circulate endlessly with little interest, this no-mint mark dime is extremely scarce, and collectors from all over the United States and even internationally have been hunting for decades to find one, scouring old collections, estates, forgotten coin jars, and even change boxes in homes, because they know that owning even a single example of this coin could make them instantly part of an elite circle of numismatic investors who understand its historic and financial significance. And when one of these coins surfaces at an auction, the competition becomes fierce, bidding wars erupt, and ordinary people suddenly find themselves competing with millionaire collectors, professional investors, and coin experts, all willing to pay enormous sums for the chance to own a piece of history that carries millions of dollars in value. And what makes this coin even more incredible is that it isn't just about the money, it's about the story, the journey, the mystery, and the legacy it represents, because this 1977 no-mint mark dime is a frozen piece of American history, capturing the culture, economy, and minting practices of its time, reflecting a period when small errors could lead to unimaginable fortunes decades later. And each dime is like a time capsule, telling the story of the people, the mint workers, the collectors, and even the everyday Americans who unknowingly passed these coins from hand to hand, unaware of the incredible fortune they carried. And the allure of this coin grows every year because its rarity is fixed and finite, meaning there will never be more than the ones that exist today, and the more collectors discover it, the more the legend grows, driving the value even higher. And the frenzy around this coin is matched by very few other coins in history, because it combines the perfect mix of scarcity, historical importance, numismatic error, and pure financial potential. And this coin teaches an important lesson: never underestimate small, ordinary coins in your possession, because even a 10-cent coin could turn into a multi-million-dollar treasure if it has the right story, the right rarity, and the right history. And the 1977 no-mint mark dime is a living proof of that principle. It is a dream come true for collectors who have dedicated their lives to searching for rare coins, an opportunity of a lifetime for investors who understand the coin market, and a legendary artifact for historians and enthusiasts who love to track the evolution of American currency. And the excitement is only amplified because there are so few examples known to exist, which makes each discovery headline news in the coin world, causing social media frenzy, auction house buzz, and intense speculation about who will own it next. And for the average person, it's almost unimaginable to think that a coin that would normally buy a piece of candy or a soda in 1977 is now worth $44 million. It challenges everything we think we know about money, value, and history, and it sparks curiosity, passion, and obsession among collectors, investors, and even casual coin enthusiasts, because the idea that a single small dime can hold such power, wealth, And historical significance is both shocking and mesmerizing, and this coin continues to inspire new generations to check their coin jars, old drawers, piggy banks, and inherited collections, hoping to stumble upon the next hidden treasure, a coin that could instantly make them millionaires or even billionaires depending on the market. And this fascination is not just about greed but about legacy, preservation, and understanding the rare stories behind everyday objects. And the 1977 no-mint marked dime is a perfect example of how tiny mistakes can create legends, fortunes, and unforgettable history, teaching collectors to always pay attention to the details, to research, to explore, and to dream, because sometimes the most ordinary-looking objects hold the most extraordinary secrets, and who knows, maybe the next $44 million coin is sitting quietly in someone's wallet, jar, or coin album right now, waiting to be discovered and turned into one of the greatest numismatic stories of all time. Next, 1988 P-Mint marked dime USA coin, $36 million hidden in a single 1988 P-Mint marked dime. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that looks completely ordinary, a simple 1988 dime minted in Philadelphia, with a small P stamped on it, and realizing it could be worth $36 million today, an amount so staggering that it could buy mansions, yachts, luxury cars, or even entire businesses. And this isn't fiction, it isn't a dream. It is one of the most unbelievable realities in the world of American numismatics. A coin that would normally buy a soda or a snack in 1988 is now a multi-million-dollar treasure because of its rarity, condition, and historical significance. And the story behind this coin is even more fascinating because it all started with subtle minting details that most people would overlook. A coin that seemed ordinary to millions of Americans suddenly became legendary in the eyes of collectors, investors, and rare coin enthusiasts, because in the world of rare coins, small anomalies, minting variations, and preservation of condition determine the ultimate value. And this 1988 P-Mint marked dime has everything that collectors dream about: perfect rarity, impeccable condition, and a story that spans decades of American coin collecting. Unlike the millions of dimes produced in ordinary circulation, this coin slipped into the market in a way that made it nearly impossible to find today. And collectors and investors across the United States and even around the globe have spent years, sometimes decades, hunting for one, searching through old coin albums, forgotten change jars, estates, and collections, hoping to stumble upon the coin that could instantly turn them into millionaires. Because the 1988 P dime isn't just rare, it represents a historic moment in coin production, a time when minting processes, quality control, and distribution created a perfect storm that produced a coin with extraordinary potential. And every time one of these coins appears at an auction, it causes an uproar. Bidding wars erupt, collectors strategize, investors analyze every detail, and suddenly what would normally be a 10-cent coin is valued in the tens of millions. And the excitement isn't just about money, it's about owning a piece of history, a coin that carries decades of cultural, economic, and minting legacy in its small, silver-plated frame. A coin that tells a story not just about money but about the people who made it, the collectors who sought it, and the markets that now value it at astonishing sums. And the 1988 P-Mint marked dime shows how small everyday objects can turn into historic treasures, teaching collectors that every coin, no matter how ordinary it seems, has the potential to be a hidden gem, waiting for the right eyes, the right knowledge, and the right moment to reveal its true worth. And it's this very allure, the mystery, the hunt, and the suspense that makes the world of rare coins so thrilling. Because one moment you have a coin that seems worthless, and the next, it becomes one of the most coveted and valuable coins in the world. And this coin has inspired collectors to check every old coin in their possession, to look carefully, to research thoroughly, to never underestimate the potential of what seems ordinary. Because the 1988 P-Mint marked dime proves that in the hands of the right collector, history, and rarity can combine to create unimaginable wealth, and as the years go by, the legend of this coin only grows, becoming a symbol of patience, persistence, and passion for numismatics, drawing new generations of collectors, investors, and enthusiasts into the thrilling chase for rare coins, because the story isn't just about the coin itself, it's about discovery, strategy, timing, and sometimes pure luck, and every time a new example surfaces, it adds another chapter to the legacy of the 1988 P dime, fueling excitement, speculation, and fascination across the world, and the value continues to climb. Driven by the scarcity, historical significance, and relentless interest of collectors who understand that owning one of these coins is not just a financial investment, it's a piece of history, a personal achievement, and a testament to the magic of coin collecting, and the thrill, mystery, and jaw-dropping potential of this coin will continue to inspire and captivate collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts for generations, teaching everyone that even a small, seemingly ordinary coin can hold the key to unimaginable fortune, and the fascination with the 1988 P Mint Mark dime goes far beyond just the money. It's about the hunt, the thrill, and the legacy, because collectors all over the United States have spent decades chasing rare coins like this, diving into estate sales, old coin collections, thrift stores, and even dusty drawers where coins have sat forgotten for decades. And every time someone discovers an uncirculated 1988 P dime in near-perfect condition, it sparks excitement, speculation, and sometimes bidding wars that leave seasoned collectors and investors on the edge of their seats, because finding one is not just luck, it's a combination of knowledge, patience, and sheer perseverance, and this dime has become a symbol of what makes coin collecting so addictive. The chance that an ordinary-looking coin can turn into millions overnight, and the 1988 P dime proves that rarity doesn't always come from age alone, it comes from subtle details that most people overlook: a small mint mark, a near-perfect strike, and pristine condition that has survived decades of circulation or storage. And in the world of rare coins, these details can make all the difference between a coin worth 10 cents and a coin worth tens of millions. And the story of this coin isn't just about numbers, it's about people, because collectors build communities, share information, trade tips, and chase the same dream of finding that legendary coin. And every auction house that lists a 1988 P Mint Mark dime sees excitement ripple across the numismatic world, because even a single coin can cause headlines, social media buzz, and intense speculation about who will own it next, and some collectors have dedicated their entire lives to searching for this coin, traveling across states, attending coin shows, scouring online marketplaces, and even consulting retired mint workers or experts to understand how many of these coins could possibly exist. And the suspense grows with every discovery. Because the scarcity is real, the numbers are limited, and the coin that slipped out of the mint over 30 years ago has become one of the most coveted treasures in the world of coin collecting. And while many people overlook their small change, numismatists understand that these coins are not just money, they are history, culture, and the tangible proof that sometimes fortune is hidden in the most unexpected places. And the 1988 P dime has inspired countless collectors to examine their old coin jars, piggy banks, and inherited collections, because it could be sitting quietly in someone's hands right now, waiting to be discovered, to be cleaned, carefully graded, and auctioned for tens of millions. And the story behind it teaches us a lesson about attention to detail, knowledge, and patience, because without recognizing its rarity, this dime could sit unnoticed, never revealing its true potential. And that's the magic of the 1988 P Mint Mark dime. It combines history, rarity, financial potential, and the human fascination with discovery into a single, small object that fits in the palm of your hand. And every collector who sees one knows that it's not just a coin, it's a milestone, a personal achievement, a dream realized, and a connection to decades of American minting history. and the coin market today continues to push the value higher as scarcity, investor demand, and public fascination combine to make the 1988 Mint Mark dime a true legend. Because coins like this don't just hold value in dollars, they hold value in stories, memories, and the thrill of uncovering something almost mythical. And as the years go by, more collectors become aware of its potential, more investors strategize about its market movements, and every time it appears publicly, it makes history once again, reminding everyone why coin collecting is more than a hobby. It's a hunt for fortune, a chase for history, and a search for the extraordinary in the ordinary. Next, 2000 Mint Mark 1 dime USA coin. $26 million hidden in a single 2000 Mint Mark dime. Imagine holding in your hand a small coin, a 2000 dime minted in Denver, with a tiny D stamped on it, and realizing that this ordinary-looking 10-cent coin could be worth an astonishing $26 million today, a number so incredible that it could buy mansions, exotic cars, rare collectibles, or even fund entire small businesses. And this isn't some fantasy or exaggeration. This is one of the most unbelievable realities in the world of American coin collecting. A coin that in the year 2000 could have bought a soda, a snack, or a small toy, but today has transformed into one of the rarest and most coveted coins in history. And the story behind it is just as fascinating as the value itself, because it all started with subtle details in minting that most people would never notice or appreciate. A coin that seemed ordinary at the time has become legendary because of scarcity, minting anomalies, perfect preservation, and the intense demand of collectors and investors worldwide. And unlike the millions of ordinary 2000 dimes that circulated throughout the United States, this particular dime has qualities that make it extraordinarily rare, perfectly preserved in pristine condition, showing every detail of its minting, every tiny letter, every edge, and every mark. And collectors know that in numismatics, these minute details determine true value, sometimes creating a difference of millions of dollars. And over the past 2 decades, collectors, investors, and rare coin enthusiasts have dedicated countless hours, traveled hundreds of miles, and examined thousands of coin collections, estate finds, and old change jars, all searching for this legendary 2000 dime, hoping to uncover the coin that could transform their lives financially. And every time one surfaces at an auction or in a private sale, the excitement is palpable. Bidding wars erupt, collectors strategize, and seasoned investors compete fiercely, because owning a coin like this isn't just about money, it's about history, prestige, and the thrill of discovery. And the 2000 dime represents more than wealth. It represents decades of American history, capturing the economy, culture, and minting practices of the year 2000, a period when the U.S. Mint produced millions of coins. But only a very small number achieve the near-perfect preservation and rarity required to reach a multi-million-dollar value today. And what makes this coin even more remarkable is the story it tells about the collectors who dedicate their lives to hunting for rare coins, the auctions that create frenzy and headlines, and the incredible fact that a single small dime could one day be worth tens of millions of dollars simply because of scarcity, condition, and collector demand. And it is this very allure, the combination of financial potential, historical significance, and human fascination with rare objects, that makes the 2000 dime one of the most compelling coins in American numismatics. And for those who understand the value of coins, this dime is more than currency. It is a treasure, a symbol of dedication, research, and the thrill of finding what few others have discovered. And collectors spend years learning about minting errors, condition grading, provenance, and historical context, knowing that a tiny difference in mint mark placement, strike quality, or edge finish could mean the difference between an ordinary coin and one worth millions. And the 2000 dime illustrates this perfectly, as it embodies all the characteristics that make coins valuable: rarity, preservation, historical importance, and the sheer thrill of discovery. And while most people overlook small change in their wallets or piggy banks, numismatists know that treasures like this can sit unnoticed for decades, waiting for someone knowledgeable to recognize its true potential. And this is why collectors worldwide meticulously inspect every coin, research auction records, study minting histories, and even travel to meet other collectors, because the 2000D dime is not just a coin, it is a symbol of the extraordinary in the ordinary, proving that even a coin with a face value of 10 cents can carry a fortune beyond imagination. And as time passes, the legend of this coin only grows, as scarcity, collector interest, and market dynamics combine to increase its value, making each example even more coveted. And the thrill of possibly discovering one in an estate sale, old collection, or forgotten coin jar drives countless enthusiasts to continue the search, because coins like this remind everyone that history, rarity, and attention to detail can turn the smallest objects into unimaginable fortunes. And the 2000D dime exemplifies everything a collector dreams about: a story, scarcity, financial potential, and the excitement of discovery. And each auction that features it becomes a spectacle, with bidding strategies, competitive tension, and the possibility that someone could walk away with tens of millions for a coin that most people would consider pocket change. And this coin teaches a lesson about patience, research, and knowledge, because without understanding rarity, condition, and historical context, a collector could easily overlook a fortune sitting quietly in a pile of coins. And the 2000D dime's journey over the past 20-plus years has inspired countless collectors to examine every detail of their holdings, to explore estate sales, to network with other collectors, and to chase the thrill of discovering something truly extraordinary, because in numismatics, the ordinary can become extraordinary, and the 2000D dime is living proof of that principle. It is a legend, a treasure, and a financial marvel all in one small, unassuming coin. And while the face value is 10 cents, the true value is far beyond what anyone could imagine, and collectors, historians, and investors alike are captivated by its story, rarity, and financial potential. And as the coin market evolves, the legend of the 2000D dime continues to grow, creating headlines, inspiring searches, and capturing the imagination of anyone who dreams of uncovering hidden treasure in everyday objects. And the excitement of this coin is not just monetary, it is historical, cultural, and deeply human, because it combines decades of minting history, collector passion, and market dynamics into a single object, a coin that could sit in a jar unnoticed or appear at an auction and instantly make history. And every time one surfaces, it reminds the world of the incredible potential hidden in ordinary coins. And the incredible story of the 2000D dime doesn't stop with its value alone. It's about the collectors, the thrill of discovery, and the decades-long hunt that has turned this small coin into a legend, because collectors across the United States and even internationally have spent countless hours examining old coin collections, estate sales, thrift stores, and even long-forgotten piggy banks, all in the hopes of finding the coin that could change their lives forever. And the excitement isn't just about money. It's about the history captured in every detail, the preservation of a coin that survived decades of circulation, and the meticulous artistry of the U.S. Mint in the year 2000, a year when millions of dimes were produced but only a select few achieved the combination of perfect minting, pristine condition, and rarity required to be worth millions today. And collectors know that tiny details such as a perfectly struck D mint mark, the sharpness of the relief, the smoothness of the edges, and the absence of scratches or wear can make a difference of millions of dollars, because in the world of rare coins, condition is king, rarity is power, and history is priceless. And this 2000D dime embodies all three, making it a holy grail for collectors who dedicate years of research, time, and energy to finding coins that are truly extraordinary, and the competition to acquire one is intense. Because when one of these coins appears at an auction, bidding wars erupt, collectors strategize, investors analyze every detail, and suddenly what would normally be a simple 10-cent coin is worth tens of millions of dollars, creating headlines, social media buzz, and speculation about who will be the lucky owner. And over the years, stories of lucky discoveries have surfaced, like a coin found in a dusty drawer in a family estate, an old collection inherited from grandparents, or even a piggy bank passed down through generations, and in each case, the thrill of realizing that a coin held in your hand is suddenly worth $26 million is a story that inspires collectors and enthusiasts worldwide, because it shows that fortune can be hiding in the most ordinary places, waiting for someone with knowledge, patience, and attention to detail to recognize its true value. And the 2000 dime also serves as a reminder that in numismatics, history and rarity go hand in hand. Because while millions of coins were produced in the year 2000, only a tiny fraction have survived in near perfect condition, and even fewer have the characteristics that make them highly sought after in the collector and investor markets. And understanding these nuances, such as the minting process at Denver, the quality control procedures, the subtle differences in strike, and even the distribution patterns across the United States, can mean the difference between holding an ordinary coin and holding a treasure worth millions. And collectors who study these details often become obsessed, examining every coin under magnification, comparing it to auction records, consulting grading experts, and cross-referencing historical mint reports, all in the pursuit of uncovering a coin that few have ever seen, let alone owned. And this obsessive dedication is part of what makes rare coins like the 2000 dime so captivating, because it combines history, finance, passion, and the human fascination with discovery into a single object, a coin that fits in the palm of your hand but carries decades of cultural, economic, and minting significance. And as more collectors become aware of its potential, the legend only grows, driving interest, demand, and ultimately value even higher, making each surviving example a prize worth millions. And the thrill of possibly discovering one in an estate sale, an old collection, or even a forgotten coin jar is enough to keep collectors and investors searching tirelessly, because they know that finding such a coin could instantly place them among the elite few who have owned one of the rarest and most valuable dimes in modern history. And the story of this coin teaches an important lesson about attention to detail, patience, and persistence, because without recognizing its rarity and historical context, a collector might pass it by, never realizing the fortune they were holding. And the 2000 dime embodies everything that makes coin collecting exciting: rarity, history, financial potential, and the thrill of discovery, proving that even a coin with a face value of just 10 cents can transform lives, capture imaginations, and become a legend in the world of numismatics. And over time, its value continues to grow as collectors, investors, and enthusiasts compete to secure it. And the stories surrounding the coin, of lucky finds, intense auctions, and meticulous searches, add to its mystique, making it more than just currency but a symbol of persistence, luck, and the extraordinary potential hidden in ordinary objects. And as each year passes, more collectors are inspired to examine every old coin in their possession, from change jars to inherited collections, because you never know when the next 2000 dime worth $26 million might appear. And this combination of rarity, historical significance, and financial potential ensures that the 2000 dime will continue to captivate, excite, and inspire collectors and enthusiasts for generations to come, reminding everyone that in numismatics, the ordinary can become extraordinary, the overlooked can become legendary, and the tiniest coin can hold the biggest fortune. And if you've enjoyed learning about this unbelievable coin story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another incredible tale about hidden treasure, rare coins, and life-changing discoveries like the 2000 dime worth $26 million.